All right, so I'm going to pack this back up. I'm going to go to the computer and I'm going to go over for you the different variants of this amplifier, the 6 versions, a bit more in depth. All right, I'm at the McIntosh compendium website, which is a fabulous website with everything you'd ever want to know. Here are the different versions. So version 1 is 1961 to 1970, as you can see here. Chrome-plated steel chassis, point-to-point wiring, very similar tube complement. And you'll notice the front panel is quite different. It's got a lot happening here, and I'll go over that a bit later. Then we've got a hiatus between 1970 and then the Commemorative Edition that came out in 1993, and it ran for 5 years. This is called the Gordon Gow, or the CE. Very similar tube complement, hybrid point-to-point wiring, and this is very similar to what we've got here today. It's got the Commemorative Edition badging here to the left of the 275 nameplate. Still has a convenience outlet, but it does have the balanced inputs and the RCA jacks. Moving over to the stainless steel version, which is what we have. It ran from 97 to 98, referred to as the MC275 SS for stainless steel. And again, hybrid point-to-point wiring, so pretty much the same as the previous version. And then they came out with a gold version of the stainless steel one. Sure, they were commemorating something or other. This was in 1998 to 1999. Titanium gold stainless steel chassis, so same design as the Commemorative Edition. Moving up, version 4 now hits in 2004 to 2006. Now we've got a power switch sitting here in the front. Pretty much the same faceplate and a convenience outlet on the other side, closer to where the fuse is. PC board wiring. At this point, we've now gone from point-to-point to purely a PC board system. Moving down to a gold version, commemorating some other anniversary. This is a really sweet amp. Unknown age range. And then we move on to the MK5 version, which is the second to last, so in 2009 to 2012. Now we've gone away from the barrier strips and we've got binding posts or 5-way speaker posts. Still have the power switch in the front, and notice there's no gain controls at all. And then move on to version 6, which is the current version. The current version, well actually no, sorry, we're at the 50th anniversary of version 5, another gold-plated version. So ran from 2012 to 2016, and then we move on to MK6, which is 2012 till today. A bunch of changes happening at this point. We now have much higher quality 5-way binding post, much like all the other solid-state amplifiers, and you can see they span the entire phone chassis. Everything's been moved to this area at this point, except for the power socket. We've got 12-volt triggers, XLR and RCAs, etc., etc. Standby features, auto power off. Now it's gotten much more modern. And more importantly, or one of the coolest features, is they light the tubes with LEDs, and those LEDs show you the status of the amplifier. They show you or illustrate by changing the color of the tube. Artificially, of course, tubes only glow light red, so they change the color of the tubes during the boot up sequence, illustrating that it's warming up. And they also change the tube color to red if there's a failure in any of the 11 tubes, and also they go green when it's ready to play. And also with the trigger cable or a little switch somewhere, I believe you can turn off the LED lighting altogether if that's not your thing. Now this version, all PC board mounted, cooling ducts around the tubes for convection cooling, much lower noise floor, 105 dB noise and hum rating. Now we're talking a seriously quiet amplifier at this point. Looking at the front panels, MK1, I didn't mention this before, but this octo socket was to power a preamplifier, perhaps or another piece that would take some DC voltages from here. Actually, no, it's line voltages. 2 sets of power strips for left and right channel, version 2 and 3, addition of VXLRs, version 4, 5 gold. Anyway, you get the idea. I don't want to bore you too much. Going to skyfi.com and just typing MC275 will yield a bunch of MC275s we've had over the last 4 or 5 years. Here is the current version, version 6. It retails at $6,500. It's quite a bargain by today's standards, and they're able to produce this at this price because obviously it's made here in the USA and maintain the same quality you'd want from McIntosh. Here's an MK4 version we've got in stock right now, 2004 to 2006. This thing is absolutely minty. Now we're not talking about, NOS, but a pretty clean example of it. And it is in fact complete. Scrolling down a bit, see some 225s, which also are a nice alternative, and 240s. Here's a stainless steel version, just like the one we've got here today. You can see some light scratching and other sort of cosmetic issues, some browning across the bending area here of the chassis. Here's an MK4. This sold as well a while back. Just giving you an idea of what we've had over the time. And that about wraps it up. I really appreciate you watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you have. And visit us obviously online. And one more thing while I'm here, if you go to our website and you scroll to the bottom, there is a little box here at the bottom that lets you pop in your email address to essentially subscribe to our newsletter. We send it just on Fridays. We send only one email. It contains all the cool stuff that has gone out or that is being published that week. Both new and used equipment. It's the best way to stay in touch with us. So please subscribe if you want to hear from us. And thank you so much for watching.